great to see
Christian.
you. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Great to see you. I'm good, thank you.
Brilliant.
Dude, this looks awesome. I am so happy you went for the car.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. It's wonderful.
It is brilliant. Well, do you want to come in here in the warm?
Of course.
And we'll have a chat about it. Kelvin, first of all, I mean, we've had a look around the car. It is stunning. Just sitting here looking at it, just off camera, we had basically the whole of the BOTB office come down and take photos because it's one of those cars that you just don't see around that often.
No.
We'll go back to what it was like for me to surprise you in a second, but was it an easy decision for you to take the car over the cash alternative?
I mean, you saw my reaction. As soon as I set eyes on it, it was the most easiest decision probably I'd ever made up until then. I just knew I had to have the car. At some point, I always said to myself that I would have one. And thanks to BOTB, you know, as I said before, my dreams have come true. I mean, just look at it, it's stunning.
Well, you were a massive petrol head and a huge fan of the Clio V6, and I did spot the number plate, V6, with basically Ren for Renault, which is pretty cool.
Of course.
Was it a car that you've always dreamed of owning and you just hoped one day, or was it a car that you were saving up for? Or
It was more of a dream, really. When Renault came up with the concept, it was the early 2000s, and I'd always had a thing for French hatchbacks. But then I thought to myself, yeah, one day I would definitely like to have one. And of course, believe it or not, I'm still finding it very hard to believe that it's actually here. And
here it is, yeah, and you get to drive it around whenever you like, which is awesome.
Exactly.
I mean, this is the colour we surprised you in. The blue
Yeah.
is fantastic, and in the sunlight, it's a little bit sunny today, although
Of course.
a little bit wet as well. It just shines really well, and I love it. And I know you said when you pulled up, you said there's a few things I want to do to it. What
Yes.
are those kind of things that you'd like to do?
Well, because it hadn't been driven as often. I mean, obviously, most of these, as you know, are kept in garages or locked away somewhere. And of course, you've got the brake calipers there. You can see they're originally yellow. They will be getting changed at some point.
Back to yellow?
Back to yellow,
Cool.
more than likely. I want to keep everything as it was from the factory.
In terms of you driving it, obviously
Yes.
you pulled up today, it's been raining. You're not going to treat it like a garage queen, you're going to get out and drive it?
I'll be honest with you, Christian, I have to, because that's what I bought the car for. To be honest, if I wanted to do that, yeah, I could do that, keep it hidden away somewhere, and then one day, who knows. But I bought the car to drive it. BOTB gave me the opportunity to enjoy something that I really wanted to do, you know, and I'll be honest with you, driving this car has been an experience so far. In the little time that I've had the car, I've enjoyed it, and it's still an unbelievable feeling.
People are going to love watching this video because they're literally going to watch you and go, that is what you need to do with these cars. You need to drive them. So it is fantastic to hear that.
Yeah.
Now, let me take you back to the day that you won. We spoke to your surprise contact, who was your sister.
Yes.
She said, he's got the day off work, go for it. And we were like, okay, great. So we came and knocked on your door.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like when you opened the door?
If I remember back, it was shock, because when you knocked on the door and I opened the door and I saw you there, it's like, it's not a mirage, but I was thinking, it was like I was taken aback.
What was it like when we pulled the cover off? I think you had a good idea of what was under the cover.
I did. When you pulled the cover off, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because obviously, you know, my eyes are clear 20/20 vision. However, to see it actually there in front of me is something that I'll never forget. My legs literally went, I was in shock, I was stunned, and I couldn't believe this was happening. It was like an out-of-body experience. I could have been like a third person. I'm watching myself actually being surprised by Christian of BOTB, and I've actually won this car. I mean, and it was very hard to process at the time. It was like a puzzle. So I was trying to put all the pieces together, and then obviously once I'd completed the puzzle, then I thought to myself, oh yes, I've actually won. You know, even from me popping the champagne and going crazy, it's like, was that really me? And of course, I then finally realized, and then my sister kept asking me, can you believe it? You've actually won, you've actually won. I said, no. I mean, this is best of the best. And on that day even, I was best of the best. It's unbelievable.
Kelvin, honestly, I'm so happy that BOTB could, first of all, make your dreams come true, and second of all, actually allow you to have the car that you've dreamed throughout your whole life, it sounds, to own. So honestly, happy miles. I think you're going to be clocking up a few, which is great. It's great to see winners that take the car and go, oh no, I'm driving it. I am driving it.
That's it.
So enjoy it. And anytime you're in near the office, please do pop by because we'd love to see you.
I will do.
Huge
Thank you
congrats
very much,
again.
Christian.
Well
Thank you.
done. Well done.
Thank you.